Ladies and gentlemen and ladies, you know what I am? I am tired of these individuals who pretend to be judges, who claim that they are judges, that they are presiding over a matter. Now, a judge is supposed to be impartial, not supposed to take sides. They're not supposed to choose one side over the other or hate one side more than another. They are supposed to be an completely, completely, completely neutral party. But how is that possible when you go to court and they put all of the pressure on you? Go ahead. The other side, they put no pressure on them. They put all of the pressure on you. Every question you ask, they don't answer. But they expect you to answer every question they ask and every question the other side asks. Now, I just woke up. I want y'all to understand it is 6:30 in the morning and my fresh Adidas sneak across my bathroom floor. Anywho, I want to let you know this is how I wake up so that you can understand how my mind works. Those of you who are filing bankruptcy, whom you've been advised by me to file bankruptcy, either Chapter 13, Chapter 7, Chapter 11, depends on you, how you decide to file your bankruptcy. You're also going to include an adversary proceeding. Those of you who are having consultations, you are given the information regarding the adversarial proceeding. Pay attention. You're going to do an adversarial proceeding and you're going to add the bankruptcy judge's name. Why? Because you have a right to challenge the standing of the so-called person claiming that they're a creditor. They're coming and claiming that they're a creditor. No, they are not. You have the right to do that. The judge is not making them prove standing. He's ignoring the fact that they must prove standing, which makes him a violator of your rights. Now, that makes the judge a criminal. Why? Because under the law, no public official has the authority to violate a single right of a single person in the United States. It is a crime. It's a violation of the First Amendment of the Constitution for the United States of America. Do you know that a court cannot interfere with your access to the court? Well, when he denies you the right to have the other side prove standing, he's denying you a constitutionally secured right to access the court. Again, you must understand that is a crime. Nobody can block access to government. You ask a lawful question, and by the way, don't just sit up here and just say this. You have to be able to prove you have this right. So start documenting your rights, people. Because when you do your adversarial proceeding, you're doing it under the Civil Rights Act of 1866, for where only the federal district court under Article 3 has jurisdiction. The federal district court doesn't acknowledge your right to file under the Civil Rights Act of 1866, not no Title 42, 1983, 1986, 1985, 1988, 1981, 1982. None of those Title 42 stupid statutes. Do it under the Civil Rights Act of 1866. Attach a copy to your complaint if you need to. Say that there was no code when this act was enacted, so the code does not apply. Invoke your rights under the Civil Rights Act of 1866. The code didn't come about until the 1920s. Civil Rights Act was enacted 1866. There is no code. Start recognizing these little simple facts, people. But add the bankruptcy judge's name. That way he can't even think about making a determination. Bring up constitutional violations and constitutional rights in your adversarial petition. Do it under the Civil Rights Act of 1866. For those of you who want to take it a step further, get a copy of the original Civil Rights Act of 1866. And always challenge the fact that any amendment to the Civil Rights Act of 1866 had to be by way of 2/3 majority vote. since the original act was enacted via 2/3 majority vote. Has nothing to do with a veto. It has everything to do with the only way they could have enacted the Civil Rights Act of 1866 is with a 2/3 majority. And they did. That means any subsequent amendments by law could only be by a 2/3 majority. That never happened. It invalidates it. Nobody's brought this up before, so be the first. Do not sit up here and not advocate your rights. If you're going to speak up for your property, speak up. All right, I got to go because I got to get up from here. I ain't up fully.